Donald Trump said Canada should become the 51st state of America.
Right.
And he says many Canadians are supporting that. Are you supporting that as a Canadian?
Absolutely not.
Right? Hey, it should be
Canada is
separate,
very Canadian, you know.
Yeah.
We're not American. We don't like Americans.
right?
I'm proud of Canada as Canada is, and I don't think we should become anything other than what we are.
Well, I don't support him. Yeah, no.
Not this statement, right?
Not the statement, no.
Yeah. Canada is Canada.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Okay, America is fine. It's a good country.
It is.
Big, right? But of course, we are
Canada,
Canadians.
yeah.
Proud to be Canadian, right, guys?
Definitely.
Do you know Donald Trump? He said Canada should become the 51st state of America. And he said Canadians wants that too. Do you want that? Do you agree with that? No?
Yeah, it was a bit odd.
We are happy being Canadian. Like Canada should be separate, right? Canada should be separate, right?
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, no, they already believe we are the 51st state.
Proud to be Canadians, guys. We don't need to be a part of America. America is good.
No. Yeah. Canada has a whole different attitude.
Yeah.
We're more cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
We respect other cultures. And it's a melting pot of diversity, which makes this country what it is today,
That's it.
strong.
Of course.
So everybody's welcome. We have lots of land. And that's what makes Canada strong. So
This
come
guy's
on
really
by.
Canadian, honestly. This guy's really Canadian. I love your statement. Thank you so much.
Canada.
There you go. You want to say anything to Donald Trump? Any message to Donald Trump?
Live your life, leave us alone.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Look elsewhere. We don't want you.
Yeah.
Never. Sorry. Trump should think maybe about becoming one of our provinces.
Who picks a fight with Canada? We love everybody, so it's kind of weird.
It would be ludicrous and hilarious if it was John Goodman saying it in a movie.
I mean, I think it's pretty dumb on America's part, but I feel like it's kind of stupid to exile your number one alliance.
It's not going to happen. I mean, why would a country give up their sovereignty to join another country, really? And as a state, not even equal partnership? I mean, come on.
Canada were friends with the Americans, and now we're all being very cautious.
Canadians would never agree to even consider that concept.
It's not going to happen. No, I personally, I'd leave before it happened.
I think it's really dumb, to be honest. I don't understand why that's even a question.
I think it's a joke, and I think it's unfortunate. There's always been a good relationship, so I find it unnecessary.
But we aren't going to go with you, ever.
So things seem to be heating up with Canada and the United States of America. Trump still is adamant that Canada will become the 51st state. But as you have seen from the videos and numerous things online, Canadians do not want it. No matter what they say, they do not want to become the 51st state. Now, Donald's plan now seems to be to try and corner them under two factors. Number one, it's he's going to use the bribe type thing. He's going to use the Golden Dome as, hey, if you come into the 51st state, you can be part of Golden Dome, or as the Canadians are calling it, the Golden Shower. That's how they're calling it. So that should tell you they don't care about it at all. The other one is economic pressure, where they're going to use the United States are going to use huge tariffs on the Canadians for anything coming into America. So they're already doing or trying to do tariffs on steel, going from around 25 to 50%. On tariffs for steel and aluminium, or I think the Americans pronounce it aluminum. But 25% is a big jump, guys. It's a big jump for anything. But I don't think it's just for Canada. I think it's for everywhere else, because America has their own deal. But America needs to be careful because they don't produce as much as they used to. You remember back in the day, you used to get packages and it used to say made in America, made in USA. It used to have that thing. That was way back. Very rarely. It is almost impossible nowadays to find anything. Even if you live in America and it would say at the bottom of the product, made in America. They very rarely actually make things. They outsource their things. Now, this could be a massive problem for the Americans if they start to cut off all their allies, if they start to cut off, Canada is a big, big ally to America. If they start to cut off people, it's going to be very difficult in the future for America because, again, they are not even producing enough things on their own ground to be able to start cutting people off. Because even Trump's plans is to cut one person out and then outsource it to another person in what he would believe is a better deal for the Americans. So you're going from one outsource to another outsource, and you're cutting off one of your greatest allies in Canada to outsource to another country who 4 years down the line could turn around to you and say, yeah, deal's over, we're doing a different thing now. And you might have to go back to Canada like, oh yeah, remember 4 years ago? To get that, we want back. So it's really crazy. Like I say, Canada just, they don't seem to want it. I've not really seen any Canadians, even in the comments, say that they want to be a part of America. How I say, there's no point of them being in America as a 51st state. They may as well stay on equal grounds, independent countries, and just have a great alliance. It has worked very well so far doing that. Canada doesn't need America. They have great alliances with Great Britain, Australia, New Zealand. It's kind of like the Anglo, there's a term for it, I don't know the correct term, but there's like the Anglosphere of these Anglo countries, you know, Canada, Great Britain, Australia, New Zealand. They have very beneficial partnerships in military, in finance, in resource, anything economical. They have great alliances. So Canada really doesn't need America. America right now is trying to strong arm everyone. That's what Trump is doing. It's almost like how the mafia used to do it. You know, when the mafia would go to somebody's store and say, you need to pay me, you know, 10% of all earnings each month for protection money. And the shopkeeper would say, protection from who? The mafia guys will say, from us, right? So that's the same thing as America. They're saying, you need to pay us 25%, whatever, or bad things are going to happen. You say, well, who's going to do these bad things? America will say, well, we're going to do them. And that's kind of what Trump is doing. He's kind of trying to strong arm everybody. You know, do what we want, or we'll put tariffs on you, or we won't deal with you, or we'll put smear campaigns on you. It's really not a way to do business, especially because, like I say, Trump, he has 4 years in office. When he's gone, if, let's say, a new political party comes and gets in power, they're going to have to spend the first few years redoing everything that Donald did. So in 4 years' time, America would be on their hands and knees crying because Donald Trump basically cut all ties with all America's greatest allies, cut ties with all their greatest allies in terms of economical relief also. America has the biggest economy, yes, but a lot of that money is tied into its alliances with other countries. If they start to chase people away, their economy is going to take a massive, massive, massive hit. It really is. So, like I say, right now they're doing it to Canada. Who knows who they're going to do it next to. But Canada does not want to be a 51st state. That's what I am saying. They don't want it. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is there a Canadian out there who thinks becoming the 51st state is a good idea? Me personally, I don't think it is. Most of the Canadians I have seen comment, they don't think it is. But let me know. Who knows? This has been Reaction Call. I'll see you next time. Peace.